Okay, welcome back everybody. We are going to do a quick hitter today and make some homemade vanilla. For those of you that like to use vanilla for baking and so forth, we're getting pretty used to this around here. Vanilla beans and some plain vodka, and it turns out like that. And this had the vanilla beans in it till a few days ago, but we sort of do rotate the batches. So let me bring the camera in close, and this should be quick. But I'll show you how that happens close up. And it's nice to have because good vanilla is expensive, and it's nice to just have your own. So, and I'm not a vanilla bean expert. I think there's a bunch of different kinds of vanilla bean, but these are just what I felt like buying from Amazon. They're $10 or $12 for enough for a batch of vanilla, probably a pint or maybe pushing a quart. So let's come in close and show you how this goes. Okay, here we go. So this got started from a gift from a family member with sort of a vanilla kit. I think this bottle was actually the original kit, or one of these was, I can't remember. But you take your beans out, and I'm doing this real time, so I'm not sure what kind of shape these are in, but we'll do this together. I'm going to put on my hairy carry so I can really see close up what's going on. They smell really good, a little bit like tobacco to be honest. And these are nice and moist, a little bit sort of the texture like beef jerky. So I'm using a razor blade to snip the ends off. You can use a sharp knife obviously, but even a sharp knife is not as sharp as a razor blade. So what you're wanting to do is to expose the inner part of the bean to the vodka. So I'm just gonna quick run the blade. I think I can do this with just one take. If it takes me too long, I'll shut the camera off, but being careful not to get any blood in your vanilla, because note to self, razor blades are sharp. But I'm not really cutting all the way through. I'm just kind of going roughly halfway through the bean. It's a little bit leathery, so you got to put a little bit of pressure on that to puncture that outer skin and expose the seeds or the pulp or whatever that stuff's called on the interior of the bean. And then you get a little bit of that in your vanilla over time, but there's nothing in it that you wouldn't eat, so that's okay. So you put these in the bottle, you fill it with vodka, and you let it sit. It takes about at least 2 months, I think, if not 4 to 6 months to really get good. So at this point, I'm just dropping them in unprepped. Just cut the ends off, splice them so that the good part of the inner part of the bean is exposed. And I'm going to use a measuring cup, not to measure it, but just so that I can pour the vodka in the bottle without spilling it all over the place. And we're going to cap it up, and I don't think you want to put it in the sunshine, but just in the pantry or any old place where it's fun to see it. Next couple of days it'll take on the color of iced tea, and then over time obviously it'll get darker and darker. But we've let it sit for probably a year. I think one of these bottles of vanilla lasts, that's a lot of vanilla. So it lasts us at least a year, I think. We don't use it a lot, but for French toast and pancakes and baked goods and banana bread and whatever. So it's not free to make, but for the price of some vodka and $10 beans, you get probably $100 worth of pure vanilla if you were going to buy that in the store. So that is it right there. And this is akin to an old Grolsch beer bottle. Pretty much any bottle with a sealing top. So there you have it, homemade vanilla. Recommend it. It's pretty good. It's a lot better than even real vanilla from a grocery, and it's cool to look at, and it smells great. And so good luck with that. Give it a try. Get some vanilla beans from your grocery or Amazon or wherever. and get a bottle with a good seal, because there's no water in there. That's just straight alcohol. I think vanilla from the store is roughly half water, half alcohol, so that's obviously a little bit volatile. It will evaporate if you don't have a tight seal. So whatever bottle you use, have a nice tight seal. And yeah, thanks for watching. Again, never know on Dave's Open Range, so we'll see you on the next one.